All right.
And players are off. So this game we have here.
I forgot.
No, I'm gonna talk all about this game. Listen, just strap in and listen up, because I'm gonna blow your fucking mind. This is the best kick-based game that ever kicked a kick, and it's called Kickmaster. All right.
Right.
He kicks forward, up, down. Anything needs to be kicked, he's gonna kick it. He's got Sub-Zero's flash kick, Liu Kang's flying kick, Chun-Li's spinning bird kick, Guile's flash kick, and he's a fucking wizard with crazy magic. Fire, lightning, shield, healing, flying, whatever. Enemies are all straight out of a badass metal album cover. The music's rad. It looks great. This game is awesome.
Why is my kick?
Yes.
Can I use that the next time I submit Kickmaster for a GQ?
That's the pitch.
It was incredible. I had to stop playing just to appreciate that.
That was awesome. And
He's also very good at
he's right.
Anything that needs kicking.
Yeah.
Really accurate. The only thing that could make this game any better is, Dio. It needs a heavy metal-based backstory, but otherwise it's
The
amazing.
backstory is pretty hilarious, actually.
Yeah.
It really is. I mean, you've got a witch who ransacks a castle, kills the king, kidnaps the princess, and then you and your brother tried to go defeat the witch's army. Your brother gets killed by a measly skeleton even though he's wearing full plate armor, and you, with your amazing kicking skills, are the only one who can defeat these monsters.
Yeah, it literally word for word. My brother, my steel is no match for these creatures. Only with your great kicking skills can we hope for victory.
So they are literally in a world where your feet are stronger than steel.
Good world.
That's a world I want to live in.
Build cars out of feet. I wouldn't want to drive in that car.
Sounds amazing.
Oh god, I can't put this game together anymore. Why did you let me ruin everything
Thanks for letting
Mega
us
Man
play Mega
6?
Man. Yeah, thanks for
I
that.
had this game down. I had this game so down. I was on the home stretch.
I want you to be on tilt and fall apart so badly.
You too.
I mean this in a loving way. I want your life to fall apart from this moment forward. I mean that with dearest.
Only if he tries to go for a world record will his life fall apart.
I would refuse to RTA this game. This is fun for SGL, but the experience grinding, it's a mess.
It'd be fun for IRL, just to go kick some stuff.
I feel like if you tried to do anything that this guy does, it'd just be a disaster.
You might
Yeah,
get
you would hurt
arrested.
yourself.
You'd get more arrested than we are right now.
So the
We should
goals.
talk about leveling up, though.
Yeah, well, let me explain what the goals are. The first two stages are the goal we're going to be doing in match 1. The players are I should probably have said this at the start of the show, but the players have 30 minutes. You see this timer counting down. They got 30 minutes to get the best run they can of the first 2 levels of this game. As many attempts as they can make in that time. And that scoreboard along the left side will get filled in as the times start to come in. As the players finish each of these runs, they will submit it. It'll get automatically uploaded to our servers, and Arkhanno, who is our official timing referee, is going to time each one of them so we can get the exact timing down to the frame. We've also got Mythical here, Mythical 9 here to help us with commentary as usual. And we've got our special guest commentator, Zyre, who is a speedrunner, a prominent speedrunner of this game, who's going to give us the inside scoop on it.
I'm about to hit my
Yep.
Yeah, I
318.
will admit,
That's my best.
That's a good time to get your best.
that is pretty good. I will admit, I'm noticing one thing that the players are doing that's different from doing a normal speedrun is, as was mentioned earlier, the experience grinding.
Right.
And for a short goal like this, yeah, you don't really want to worry too much about your experience. Although if you do get 1,000 experience points, you unlock the knee drop, or the knee press, whichever way you want to call it, which actually can, well, it destroys things. There's just no other way to describe it. It deals more damage than either of your basic 3 kicks that you start off with, and you can stun lock the minor enemies and even mini bosses. But considering they're doing just the first 2 stages for this first goal, it would make sense for them just to focus on getting to the bosses as quick as they can, and then just destroying them with what kicks are available to them.
The speedrun gets all the way up to level 2 by the time it reaches the second boss, right?
Yeah, ideally you want to reach level 1. You start off at level 0, so you want to reach level 1 before the end of stage 1, and then you want to you pretty much have to reach level 2 before the end of stage 2 in a normal speed run. Because at level 2 you unlock the slide kick, and that is your fastest form of movement in the game.
Right, you're going to see that a lot.
Slide a lot.
Yeah, in the next match, they start with the slide kick, and they're going to be sliding all over the place.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry
So
to
we will-
interrupt,
so we
I'm
will get
not
to see it then.
Not seeing the info. Seeing the movie file uploaded.
I'm gonna take that safety heart. Why
So,
not?
one thing that our viewers may be noticing is that sometimes after they destroy an enemy, you'll see that the players kind of jump in the air or try to collect items that don't seem to be there. The items are flickering, like constant flickering. Literally every other frame they appear, and then the next frame they disappear. So you normally would see 3 items just pop out of an enemy every time one is destroyed. So if you're only seeing 1 or 2, that's normal when you're seeing it on a stream.
What better way to display important information in a video game than in a 30 hertz flicker?
Yep.
Will you be giving us a warning on time when it's getting close? Chance?
Yep. We always give the 8-minute, 18-second warning. Or whatever the time
Favorite
actually
is
happens
the-
to be.
Here is the 14-minute 30 seconds. I love that one.
Oh, I messed up the boss.
That's a good one.
I don't think this is gonna PB. I should probably reset. So I can kill you. Oh. Yep, that's reset.
I really just need to finish one of these, but
I would
going
prefer
pretty
you
terribly.
if you could not finish run. That'd be great.
I'll do what I can for you, johncarls, but no promises.
Thanks, baby. Don't.
So how does the boss pattern work? Is that random or what?
No.
Not
Which the
random.
second?
Well, we'll talk about the first boss first, and then we'll talk about the second boss, I
no
guess.
The first boss is kind of random. I never really looked too much at the patterns because usually I just jump up and keep doing the vertical press kick, the kick where they kick straight up. I just keep doing. I do that on the way up in my jump and on the way back down from a jump, and she usually just goes down pretty quick. So I usually don't pay that much attention to the patterns. The only thing you got to watch out for is when you do hit her, if you might accidentally knock her backwards, and sometimes it resets her vertical AI or her movement, where she kind of goes and she hovers in the air. So if you reset where she's at in her hover, she might end up going higher in the screen than you would want her to. Usually what she'll do is she'll start from the right, move to the left, and then go back to the right. Not really doing anything other than summoning those 2 minions that appear. But then after she does one full pass back and forth, she may suddenly fly to one side of the screen, and then she'll like move across the screen, wave her fingers, and shoot down lightning or fire. I can't remember which one it is. Like I said, I usually take her out before she even does that, so it's been a while since I've actually seen her full pattern. But yeah, usually you don't have to worry too much about her, and you have to worry more about her minions.
Right. Okay. Well, before we move on to the second boss, I wanted to ask Jean-Carls, did you change anything after we tested the stream setup? After we tested the input recording setup?
I don't believe so. Is it something off?
Yeah, we didn't get that 318 run uploaded. You did submit it and everything, right? And the the windows popped up for it?
Yes. But it says failure, so that's not.
It failed. Why would it have failed?
Maybe I'm a failure. I don't know.
Why would it have been working
It's
yesterday?
just making a general judgment about your character.
Yeah. Yeah, that's technology can do that, I think.
Or it
Technology
could be
comes so
author
far these days.
sabotaging you.
That sounds like me.
Oh, authorblues does like to put viruses on my computer from time to time.
Right.
It's just a friendly thing, though.
Yeah.
You didn't change the location of the uploader tool, did you?
No.
Okay. What you might have to do is just manually find the file and drop it into this Skype call.
Okay.
It'll be in the SGL folder, I believe. Between runs, not at the moment.
Yeah. I can look into that. I apologize. Has anybody else finished
Nope.
run?
So far, the only completed run is that 318.
Yeah, well, this isn't gonna be one.
Okay, so
Well, that run was going pretty passably until I died.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Next time, John Carls, next time you reset, go over and yeah, can you just drop that file into the Skype just to be sure?
Okay, which file? The .exe that's in the SGL?
No, there should be another like an FM2 file in there. Just take the FM2 file.
In that folder?
It might be in a subfolder of it.
Yeah, but the SGL folder you had me set up?
Right.
Okay, I can check that.
one thing I'm not sure if it might help some of the help the runners with the second boss, especially with the wolves. This is a strategy that I used when I was a kid playing this game. Is that first magic that you guys are picking up, that bubble magic?
Mhm.
You can use
Yeah,
it.
it helps you fight them when
as
they're on the ceiling. And
Yeah,
stuff.
when they're up on the ceiling and the walls, you can use that to take out the wolves. I think it maybe 3 bubbles to take out 1 wolf.
Can you shoot it upwards?
Yeah,
you can shoot it
point
upwards.
in a direction you want.
Oh.
Yep. And it bounces
Oh,
off
gee
walls,
golly.
but when you're fighting that boss, there aren't really any walls except for the ground. So,
Gee golly
but
willikers.
you're able to do that. Alternatively, you do pick up your first healing magic when you beat the witch. So you could use that to restore some health as well.
Okay, and now the magic is you have an MP gauge in the lower left. You'll see MP something out of 100, but it starts out with 0, right? It starts out at 0.
Yes, it starts out at 0, and the only way to get MP is as one of the drops from your enemies, from when they explode, from your kicks.
That whole sentence was beautiful, by the way. It was like poetry.
Well, I mean, how else can you describe it? They literally explode from your kicks. I mean,
I
what
know.
else makes sense in this game?
It was like if Michael Bay wrote a poem
About kicks.
About kicks,
about
yes.
things exploding from kicks.
This game is Michael Bay's version of a fantasy movie. Everything explodes.
Such a good run, too.
Anyways, so yeah, you have to collect the MP, and then the different magic spells cost different amounts of MP. Whenever one of the players or runners selects their magic spell, you can see how much MP each spell costs underneath each of the spells. The bubble magic, the one that I was mentioning earlier, I believe costs 3 MP per shot. And then the healing magic will restore, well, since the players aren't leveling up, it'll restore half their health for 60 MP. Since it restores 2 bars of health.
What is this third magic they're picking up? I think they mostly do it just to kind of push you get warped further along. But what does it do?
Oh, the third magic, let's see, that's the one that's shaped like a shoe. That one allows you to walk on spikes. You activate it, and then it's, I want to say it's 5 MP per second. And it allows you to walk on spikes without taking damage.
So not all that useful.
Okay.
No.
Let's see if this
The-
one
the
uploads.
set-
Please upload.
The sad news about most of the magic in this game is you can beat the game without it
fairly easily. Like the only one that really helps the most really is healing, and then the final magic of the game, which stuns all enemies, and it even stuns the bosses as well. Unfortunately,
the final
you don't
boss
get that.
just gets stun locked.
Yeah, which it's really interesting, because if you don't know that, you're gonna struggle trying to beat the final boss, because the final boss appears on the screen for about 1 second, then disappears, and doesn't really leave you a whole lot of time for you to move to the boss, hurt the boss, and get out of the way from her attacks. So you almost have to use it. Anyways,
did you get that file?
Yep, it's in the chat there. Thanks.
Didn't upload to the site.
It did not. Nope. I don't know.
I just saved another one and it did not upload, so I'm not sure what's going on. That's awesome.
It's all good.
So we're at 14 minutes left on the clock. So far, only one runner with a submitted run, with 2 submitted runs, really. Johncarls has set the standard at 317, close to 318 there.
Karaoke
Oh, yeah.
is banking on authorblues not finishing a run in this game.
Yep.
Yep.
Right now, that's a pretty good thing to bank on.
Yep, get something on the board. That's always a good strategy. Get one run on the board and then work on refining
I
it.
know, I'm trying so hard. I gotta do a no reset run in a second.
Hey, Witch, can you not go away from me?
So what are the different items that are dropping? So one of them, it's like a potion jug refills your magic.
yeah. So you got there's a large potion, and then you have a small potion. They're the two jug. They're the jug and that vial.
Okay.
Looking things that restores your magic. Then you have the experience points. There's three different types of experience points. The best way I can describe them is they're the brown shield things that appear.
Okay.
The one that's very circular, that looks like a small face on it, that's worth 10 points. The next largest one, that best I can describe the way that it looks, is it's like I don't know, it's like, again, like a shield, but probably it has like an onion on it or something, I don't know.
Huh.
But that one's worth 30, and then you have one that actually looks like a normal shield, where, flat along the top, and then it goes down towards the bottom in a curve. That one's worth 50 points. The other items that can drop, if you see a skull and crossbones, that's poison, so it hurts you when you collect it, obviously.
Oh, great.
And then there is a blue heart that restores 1 full bar of health. And then there is a jewel that drops, and that's just worth 100 points. And in all honesty, you don't really care about the points in this
Right.
game anyway.
No, I can't.
So,
Going for a high score.
there is one other item that can drop, and that's just a regular old 1-up, and it literally just says 1-up on it.
Yeah.
So those are all the drops. The drop system, the way that it works is the first enemy you destroy on the screen will drop three items. Then if all 3 of those items are still on the screen, the second enemy that you destroy will only drop 2. The game can only handle a maximum of 5 items on the screen at a time when they're coming from a normal enemy. When they're coming from a boss, however, it can be up to 15 items that drop. And usually they drop in a set.
The boss drops a lot of items, right? It doesn't just drop 3, it drops like 9 or something like that, right?
Yeah, so you see how whenever an enemy is
I got
destroyed,
the
how it shoots out 3 items. One goes straight up, one goes towards the left, and one goes towards the right. When the boss is destroyed, it shoots out 3 streams as well in the same angles, but it shoots them out in a set of 5.
Oh, okay.
So 5 items will go to the left, 5 will go to the right, and 5 will go straight up and down.
I don't know if it's intentional or just a quirk of the RNG, but they often seem to be the same. The
Yeah.
different streams. You'll get like 5 potions in one row,
Oh,
5
that's a lot.
experience things in one.
I've
Yeah,
noticed
there's
that if you
still-
kill 2 enemies with the same kick, a lot of times they'll drop the same distribution of items.
Yes. It really is the RNG. I mean, you're never going to get consistency as to when enemies drop what items. I mean, it's never consistent enough. With the bosses, there is some sets essentially, and a lot of it boils down to what you're after. The two best sets that you can go for is either an all MP stream or an all experience stream, depending on what you're going after. For the first boss, you want as much experience as possible, typically. For these guys here, they may want to go for as much MP as possible, because then they can use the healing if they need to.
Yeah, it looks like health is a bit of an issue in this run. So yeah, healing might be the thing to do with it.
Yeah, if I'm remembering the numbers correctly, I mean, again, it's been a while, but each bar of health is essentially 16 hit points. And however, even your basic enemies are going to be dealing around 4 damage.
Okay. And you get an extra health container each time you level up, I believe, right?
Yes, you do.
Right.
Yes, you do.
So they're starting with 4 is the least. At level 0, you get 4.
Yeah, at level 0 you have 4, so at level 1 you have 5, at level 6 you have 6, and so on. Or not at 6, I mean at level 2 you have 6, but
yeah,
you get the drift. So you can gain up to a maximum of, I want to say it's actually up to a maximum of 8 more health bars, even though the maximum level you can get to is level 9.
What's the time at?
We got 8 minutes 40 seconds left.
Awesome.
So the world record run for this, do you know what it is?
It's just barely over 12 minutes. It's like 12:08.
Okay, is that the one
the world record?
by
That's not the one that I've
Skillited?
got. That's the one that you linked to the runners.
Okay, yeah, that was the right
YouTube
one.
Yeah, the YouTube video. Yeah, the one on SDA is the one that I've done, and that one's at 12:58. And I actually watched the 12:08 one to see what the differences were between my run and the world record run, and mostly it just came down to the mini bosses. It wasn't the luck or the skill level; it was just how the mini bosses were handled. So, thankfully, the runners don't have to worry about the mini bosses here, at least in these first 2 stages. So it's not as big of a deal.
Do you have any plans to go back and?
Mini boss
Nice
fights
health
like crazy
drop.
later in the game.
Oh yeah, yes they do, right? Like that pirate ship level's got a lot of that stuff, right?
Pirate ship level, which is stage 5, has 2 mini boss fights. Stage, I want to call it 7. The second to last stage is literally a mini boss rush. You face off against, I want to say 6 mini bosses before you fight the boss.
Something like that, yeah.
So, and then even on the final stage, you fight 3 mini bosses before you reach the boss room. So, they love their mini bosses.
Come on.
Have we talked about the damage values on the various kicks?
No. I don't know the exact damage values, but I do know that your sweep kick, which is the kick that they do when they're crouching, is the weakest of the kicks. And then their regular kick, the regular high kick, is the second most damaging that they have available to start with. And then the vertical press kick actually deals the most damage. Fortunately, all the enemies that they face here in these first couple of stages die in one hit, no matter which kick it is anyway. So it's only when they deal with the rolling armadillos that they have to worry about dealing multiple hits. And then the wolves, obviously, with the wolf queen.
Well, authorblues and johncarls here got some really close times. We'll see
Did
who's
Austin
actually
finish the
ahead.
run?
Yeah,
He
wow.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
finished
got
too.
one in.
17 flat on this last one.
All right, yeah.
I just got 16 point something.
Mother snakes. You would.
I don't know what's going on this time, but it is so hard to put together a run now under pressure.
Well, not to put more pressure on you, but you got a little over 5 minutes left. So there.
Oh, you're right. Not much
Also,
more
the
pressure.
world will end if you don't PB, so...
Yeah.
Still not seeing johncarls in the...
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Yeah, you're gonna have to manually copy it over, I guess. I'm not sure why it suddenly stopped working for you.
317 flat, which is probably slower than author blues.
You love me, baby.
But all 3 players on the board, so that's cool. Looks like a pretty tight race for first.
God, I cannot despawn some of these enemies anymore.
I didn't think you had finished a run. Now the pressure's on me. You suck.
Well, enjoy it.
Thanks for letting me know.
I'm in love.
Oh, come on.
So the damage boosts, do they work based on where the enemy is relative to you? You always get boosted away from the enemy?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a good witch.
That's good.
Yeah.
You don't have to face the right direction.
Yeah, you don't have. Yeah, it's not based off of what direction you're facing. It's based off of
I don't
your
know how to
position relative
unsplit.
to the enemies.
How do I
Backspace.
unsplit again?
Backspace.
Backspace.
Okay. I got a little over anxious. I hit the space bar a bunch of times.
Why not submit that time?
Yeah.
That's way better than.
How much more time do I have left now?
350.
Oh, Jesus, that means this is it.
Yeah, it's getting down to the point where you got one more run before you have to do your last run. Okay, and I should also explain to everyone how this works. The when the timer runs out, the match doesn't immediately end. It's just that players can no longer reset after that point. So I'll usually give
okay.
them a warning right when there's a few seconds left to decide if they want to take their last chance reset or stick with what they've got. But we basically go into sudden death mode once the timer runs out.
Awesome. That's good to know.
Mhm.
Let's look at one more run in.
Wait. The RoboCop title theme is playing again, right? Which is nothing new for SGL.
Right, but we're listening to Kickmaster music right now.
Oh, okay.
I buy that.
Well,
for a-
that's a shame. But no one requested it though. It just happened.
Oh, that time it just came up on its own. That's true.
What are the odds?
I mean, somebody's not doing their job.
Or RoboCop has developed a mind of his own.
He has feelings.
He does have feelings. They took a human brain and put it into a robot body.
It's his greatest strength and his greatest weakness.
But his biggest challenge will be to love.
He is a robot.
Oh no, that
That's
was
a
gonna
bad
be
rowboat.
me. Oh my gosh, I missed the last hit.
Ouch, that's gotta hurt.
Ouch, yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, Johncarls, I still love you, and I don't want that to change because of this.
Oh, I never have liked you, and that won't change because of this.
Perfect.
Oh, that's so frustrating. I think that would have been a PB.
Oh, that's too bad, because you're only less than
Half
1 second
second.
behind
Yep.
Author
I
Blues
think it
right
would have
now.
been like 316.
Ooh. Well, you got time to do it again.
That's a frustrating situation.
I'm sitting here watching and just thinking, man, these guys are getting through these first couple of stages faster than me.
Right.
Oh, wait
no
a minute.
grinding.
Yeah, because we're not.
They're not grinding.
Right.
You know the best part about grinding is?
What?
Can you do it and not have to do it myself?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I ever try to go and take back the world record, it's gonna be that grind fest all over again.
Is the RTA really RNG heavy in that, like, you basically, if you're not getting good enough drops early on, you're just like, screw this?
Yeah, pretty much. But you guys know that little swampy area there at the beginning of stage 2, right? If I don't get 2,000 experience before I get out of that swamp, it's a reset.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's the grinding spot right there in the swamp. You gotta get that slide kick.
Yeah. And so I'm grinding and trying to get the best experience I can off of every enemy up to that point.
Which isn't easy because of the way they all come out.
No, it isn't.
You guys will let us know when it's last attempt.
Yep. Yeah, you got about 30 seconds, but I'll give you a heads up when we get down to a few seconds.
I can't believe I missed that one kick.
You're gonna be kicking yourself over that one.
Ooh.
Cherry's got a nice improvement
I
there.
really thought I had a
know.
leg up.
All right, resetting for my final one.
Nice. Another one coming in from Kariohki. And, well, he's resetting. We're about to hit 0 right now. So now's your last chance to reset. If you'd like to do it now. Otherwise, you're stuck with it. And that's it. We're now in sudden death mode.
No, I said the same thing. As soon as I reset, I took like 2 hits right out the gate. I'm like, all right, that's fun. This game would be a lot more fun if there were fewer enemies and not as much kicking and...
Not as much
Not
kicking.
as much kicking.
Are you kidding? The kicking's the best part.
It
Right.
has approximately.
Kicking's, to be fair, the only part, so...
Well, it's not called something else, Master. So,
Should be Treasure Master.
oh, there you go.
They should rename this game
Experience
Treasure
Master.
Master.
Because that makes every game better. In 1 out of 1
they have to
cases, that makes the game better.
They have to rename it. They should rename it RNG Master.
RNG Master.
I don't think I've
That,
seen
that
very
just
many
seems
games who
even
have.
past the RNG though.
That's 3 seconds faster. Please, I'm coming after you.
Alright.
Please don't.
We've got...
I'd really prefer if you didn't.
Oh, almost.
Give me the damage.
Casual stroll master. Yeah, that's pretty true. I mean, he's literally walking. He's not running like most other characters. He's
When your
literally
legs are
walking.
big enough to make a human explode, though, they've got to be pretty heavy.
Right. You guys must just be taking it easy. He's in no rush.
That's what that arm motion is. You just like you, all the weight lifting that legs.
Oh, really? It
You
looked
can
like
tell
you're going...
from you can tell from his picture and when you know he holds magic above his head in the little cutscene. You can tell he skipped arm day.
Yeah, he did.
Only leg day for this guy.
Like he has
He's so
such enough
sinewy,
arm strength
like-
to balance. That's it.
Okay, so here we
You
go.
should've
It's
really
coming
thought
down to
about
the
that.
end here.
Yeah.
Oth is
everyone's on
coming
the
in
fu-
for his last attempt. Now John Carls is coming into the second boss for his last attempt. Kariohki, she's oh yeah, at the mid part of level 2.
8
Getting
seconds
there.
ahead of her best run.
Right, yeah, the great run happening.
Well, it was a good attempt. Had fun. What's the worst that could happen?
Not enough MP to heal.
Oh, I missed it. I messed it up.
You could try busting out the magic if he's on
Yep.
the ceiling.
Yeah, that if they're on the ceiling, your best bet is either just waiting and dodging or busting out the magic.
Oh,
Oh, there we go.
it's a
A little bit
320.
late. Too bad.
Damn, that was so close, dude.
And there we go. See the magic happening there in Kari's screen. It's where the magic happens.
I'll give you that drop on that.
Bad luck, bad.
Come on, doggy.
I'll just finish it to be nice.
Yeah, once they all come out and they all get going,
Ooh.
it's hard to do.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Yeah,
I like-
it really does make it a lot harder since you guys don't get enough experience to get the knee drop.
Mm-hmm. Or more
Yeah, but
health.
It's hard to salvage. It's definitely, especially with strats for just 1 and 2, if you're not playing on leveling up XP. Like if something goes wrong, it goes very wrong.
Yeah.
Well, so it looks like I was wrong about my earlier estimate as to how many of the magic bubbles it takes to destroy a wolf. It takes 6 bubbles. Earlier, I believe I said it was like 3. So
4.
Or did I say 4 earlier?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, so I wasn't that far off.
I had to step away. I'm back.
Welcome back. All right. Well,
You have to leave the screen.
That's it.
the outcome here, authorblues took first place with a 316.55, and johncarls just behind him, less than a second behind him, at a 317.67. And then kariohki 411.26, making steady improvements to the PB each time. What was that, Ark?
Time is not currently accurate. Still waiting for the run to finish downloading.
I thought I had a 317 flat.
Oh, okay, yeah. johncarls has got another run that's even frustratingly closer to authorblues', but still not faster. All right, well, Ark is going to check that one
I
out.
slid a little bit early and look at it.
What happened to all you saying how much you suck?
But that's how
Oh no,
it
I
goes.
said I sucked at Mega Man 6.
No, I was always streaming.
No, I was
chat.
very clear about Kickmaster, me being the master of kicks.
I said I sucked at kicking in real life.
Okay, well, let's switch over to Mega Man, because I know that game's a real big hit.
Do I need to fix something over here? Sorry, with this, or do you just want me to keep dropping that?
I mean, I'm not really sure why it's not uploading. If that program is still in the same place that it was,
Pretty weird.
is there a window hidden somewhere that's open right now that is asking about firewall permissions? Maybe like underneath some
Yeah.
other window.
I was about to ask if that was the case, if he's got firewalls blocking him.
I don't think I'm seeing that file in here right now. That might be it. Can you link back to it? I don't know why it was in here earlier. Sorry. Yeah, it's not there. That's why. That
It's
exe
fine.
file.
It's more
the
last
exe
minute
file's
Mega Man
not there?
practice.
Yeah. If you want to send it to me, I can put it in there. That's probably what.
Oh, am I allowed to practice during this time? Okay.
Well,
can't
not
stop
for the
it,
mystery.
really.
Well, not for the mystery game.
Yeah, if you want to send it to me,
Okay, yeah, hold on. I'll
fix that.
link it
I
to
don't know
you.
why that's not.
Well, that explains why it didn't work.
I guess we can be like, we can frown really hard and make you feel bad.
Well, I mean, usually giving the players a few seconds to get
Anytime
themselves
authorblues can
reacclimated.
play more Mega Man, he's going to take advantage of that situation.
Absolutely.
I understand.
Okay, so the
Jump
Kickmaster times were a lot closer than we thought. johncarls was 15 frames slower than authorblues.
Oh my god.
Oh,
15 frames.
Okay with that.
Oh,
Did I split too early?
no. Well, I mean, no one splits exactly when they're supposed to. That's why we have the timing, the official timing. But
That second one that one that I missed the one kick on would have been like a second faster.
yeah, a quarter of a second separating these two players.
That's kind of crazy.
All right. And johncarls, why don't you just do a quick test once you get it running?
Yeah, let me tell my stupid computer to stop trying to delete your stuff. Antivirus stuff is not like SGL, just saying.
Well, yeah, the antivirus doesn't like any kind of executable that you download, really. Especially one that's not part of an installer, just like a bare executable that does nothing but upload files to the internet. That's a bit suspicious.
No, that doesn't sound shady at all when you put it that way.
That's probably what happened. I think it deleted it because I didn't move it since yesterday. So
Ah, okay.
the antivirus though. Okay.
Oh,
Now-
it actually makes the Lua script actually calls that executable.
Yeah,
Okay.
because the Lua script or the Lua language doesn't have any way of uploading files. I mean, I could use the built-in Windows FTP, but FTP is just a terrible way to handle files. So that's using that uploader tool is way better.
yeah, we used to have way more problems with people not being able to submit runs.
Oh my god, trying to do things through FTP, people's routers would block stuff. The Windows firewall would block stuff. Some
Okay, I'm
people
gonna try and submit
couldn't do
this.
it all. Alright, yeah, just send something over real quick.
Sorry, anybody who's watching. This is probably fascinating to watch. 15 frames.
You're gonna be fuming about that for the next 30 minutes, aren't you?
Ugh.
Yeah, let that put you on tilt, John Carls. Remember?
Oh, I was on one run off where I was on the 4th dog and I had one low kick left to hit him, and
I
missed it.
never managed
Jumped
to get a
top.
clean fight against those wolves. Not
I got to
once.
fight all 4s because I made a pretty safe strat. I think you probably had a more aggressive strat
Did
I
you
did.
upload it?
from
It
what
doesn't-
you were telling me. It said that. Yeah, still says failure. Your mom's a failure.
Okay, why don't I... it could be your web browser that's killing it as you download it. Let me see if I can just...
Yeah,
Copy.
Firefox did that to mine. Not Firefox, Chrome did that to mine.
Yeah, maybe I'll just try copying the thing directly in there. Actually, does somebody...
Chrome very much wanted me not to.
Wait, I
Download it.
probably have it somewhere. Okay, try downloading it now from Skype.
Okay. Yeah, because like right when it comes through my Chrome browser, like they don't.
It,
It acts like
Chrome should just tell you, hey, we don't like this. Do you want to keep it or discard it?
Yeah,
Yeah, and the discard's like really hidden.
Okay.
but I did say keep, but it's still.
Alright, yeah, you can download it now from Skype.
I'm trying. It's not connecting.
Weird.
I can just load them up if you want. Through like we just did. If
Weird that it's not connecting there.
I know that's not probably keep. Yeah, I mean this is the
Okay.
same thing I just moved in there.
The files were really.
But I have
slow
that
down
file
the
in there
control.
now, so I have no clue.
So the file is in there and it's still doing that to you?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess just copy it out of the
Okay.
thing manually.
Okay. Okay. Let me know when to start. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, you got your script running. Everything looks like it's up and ready. Okay, well, let me put
That ready?
30
Mark
minutes on the
down.
clock. What's that?
30 minutes?
30 minutes on the clock.
Alright.
Okay, is everybody ready to go?
Ready to
I'm
go.
ready.
All right, cool. I'm gonna count you guys down. 3, 2, 1,